Namaskar and a very warm welcome to DD Election Conclave Special DD Dialogue, which we bring to you from picturesque Kohima in Nagaland. Well, the beautiful state of Nagaland goes to poll on February 27th, and there are 60 seats in the fray. And many political pundits say sometimes that this is hardly an election or it's a quiet fight. But then when it comes to votes, when it comes to electorate, you never know. Well, talking about Nagaland, the bigger question that the state is looking at, perhaps the ruling dispensation of NDPP and BJP combined, would be wanting to retain the power. But at the same time, well, two things that really stand tall when we talk about the Nagaland state politics is A, the fluid loyalties of the political leaders here. You never know, well, who joins which camp. B, the opposition, this opposition-less state as of now. See, Congress is in the fray, but will Congress this time around be a formidable force, perhaps to give some sort of a fight or take a space of opposition? And most importantly, D, NPF, which once used to be a very strong regional outfit, a force to reckon with, is that going to be a game spoiler this time around to spoil the game of the BJP and NDPP ruling dispensation combined? So, and the bigger issues, the rallying points, when we talk about Nagaland polls, yes, the question of statehood, the autonomy, but this time around it seems that the voice of young Nagaland, they want accountability when it comes to infrastructure and education as well. We're going to talk about all that and try and figure out what makes these Nagaland Assembly elections a game changer, and to do so in the very first session of the DD Dialogue Election Conclave, I'm very glad to introduce my very special panelists on the show. I'm joined by Shri Merentoshi Jamir, who doesn't need any introduction, one of the familiar young politician faces here in Nagaland. He is the spokesperson of the NDPP, and NDPP, of course, NDPP, BJP are the ruling dispensation here. And well, many would want to thank you very much, first of all, for joining us on the show. Yeah. Mr. Jamir, Nimfurio, will he be lucky again this time around? But there is also very, there's a lot of talk about the anti-incumbency that is confronting BJP and NDPP. Well, we will not really talk to you about the BJP, but first the NDPP. How confident are you this time around in terms of retaining power?
Well, as you have said, election is, we cannot predict what the future holds for us. But as a party, we are very confident that we shall retain the power in the state, and that we will come back under the leadership of Mr. Nimfurio, our Honorable Chief Minister, and that we will come back with bigger numbers than last time. That is what we have confidence in.
Last time the numbers were not that big. 17, had BJP not helped you to...
We had 18 and BJP had 12, so we could manage 30. But this time we are confident we'll have more.
Okay, now let me ask this. You're confident, that's fine. It sounds good. But will you be able to go on your own? There is also this buzz that this time it's going to be the Chief Minister from the BJP. Then the NDPP guys are also saying that why BJP, why not regional party? Why not we give a chance to the regional outfit? At the end of the day, it's your state.
There's rumors that that is going around. There is no.
But you don't want your Chief Minister?
No, there is no dispute as to who will be the Chief Minister. The BJP leadership, our Honorable Union Minister of Home, Mr. Amit Shah, our Honorable Prime Minister, our BJP National President, they have been very clear that it will be under the leadership of Mr. Nimfurio. And therefore, I don't see any dispute of the Chief Minister, because I think our leadership is quite, both the parties are very firm on who will be the leader. So I don't think we should hear those rumors.
So there is no contention on...
No.
And in case you retain, so it's again going to be Nimfurio?
Yes, that is the commitment of the BJP also to us.
Okay. So what about the issues that are going to take you to the pole position this time around? Before I go through the BJP and the NDPP manifesto, if you could just first talk to your own electorate and the promises that you kept or did not keep. How do you look back 5 years and your report card and the promises that you made in 2018 manifesto?
Yeah, we had a very manifesto that was full of visions, goals, our targets, and to an extent we have managed to achieve some of those targets.
Like,
unfortunately, Well, I'll say like we have put in place, like you say, the Nagaland Lokayukta, which was a very demanding thing, which was at that time. We have put in place the Nagaland Lokayukta. Over and above that, we have set in place the Nagaland Staff Selection Board, which will give opportunity, transparent opportunity for employment. Instead of people are talking about backdoor appointments, people are talking about illegal appointments. Now through the NSSB, we are giving the opportunity and platform to the
But are there any
educated.
jobs here for your young voter?
Yes, there are jobs. I mean, yes, government employment is come to a saturation point, and
Why?
therefore, because there's too much excess of appointments that has happened in the past.
Why?
Well, that I will leave to the people to decide in
They
this.
voted you to power.
Yes, but then what I mean is that in the last 5 years, we have come up with this so that in order to avoid excess of appointments that is happening in the past.
Let me be very honest with
Yeah.
you. Well, me and my team, we stayed here for 2-3 days, and there is, let's face it, you may not like it, but there is a very serious problem of infrastructure. There is a very serious problem of traffic jams, roads, there are hardly any roads. And I've been told that there's one single road which crisscrosses the entire Nagaland. And it is not about these elections. I mean, why not so far? You're getting funds from Delhi, and NDPP is one of the strongest regional outfits here. Why could you not deliver
See,
on the promise of infrastructure?
I will tell you this, that, in the past, I agree that there have been funds that have been coming in, but over the last 5 years, you will see the vast improvement in the roads that we have had.
Like,
The
give us
improvement that you
examples.
see, even the 4-lane road, Dimapur-Kohima. And you see the Chumukedima to Purana Bazar, that 4-lane concrete 4-lane has been completed. Most of the national highways are now being upgraded to 2-lane roads, double lane.
But
Now
it
you see
seems
the
that the
pegs
construction is endless.
you see, no,
वो
no.
construction चलता चला आ रहा है.
नहीं,
हाँ.
चलता होगा. It'll take time. It'll take time.
long?
But we have promised that we will provide roads, and last 5 years we have provided. We have delivered. Previously, if you have seen the condition of the roads, and today, if you compared it over the last 5 years, I think we have done a commendable job in ensuring that we provide proper infrastructure, roads especially, to our people. And now almost
But you agree
all.
there has been a delay?
Beg your pardon?
But do you agree, Mr. Jamir,
Yes, there has been a delay, and
Do you take
these
the
are beyond.
responsibility of the
These are
delay?
beyond our control. They are
Whose control
contractors.
is it
They-
then,
they are-
sir?
these roads, the national highways, are under the ministry, Government of India. We are here to ensure that it is implemented, but how it is implemented and how it is done by the ministry and between the contractor and the ministry, executing agency and the ministry. We are here to ensure that they are provided the proper platform in order to execute those works. And I would say that the fact that almost all the district headquarters are being connected by double lane roads. Earlier it was just intermediate or
You're
single
making
lane.
a promise on the national news channel, sir.
Yes, and we will deliver.
You
we will
can
deliver.
look into the camera and you can reach
I
out
will-
to your people.
My young
votes
friends are
or
here.
No votes.
No,
I'm
my
going
young
to take
friends are
questions
here.
from them as well, but
Yes,
please
most
make a
definitely.
promise to them.
No, we will ensure that the roads that infrastructure, the roads are in place. And you also have to give us credit, despite 2 years of the COVID, we have managed to deliver to an extent. And we are ready to work the next 5 years, given the opportunity by the electorates. Okay. Apart from that, we have also put in place the Chief Minister's health insurance scheme, which
Okay.
is going to provide insurance to every person of Nagaland, depending on their certain criterias. But the government has gone ahead with that. We have also put in place the Chief Minister's microfinance scheme, which is to help to build up entrepreneurship.
Okay.
Like I have said, government employment is now reached a saturation point.
You think you have now stabilized? Nagaland has stabilized?
Yes, to a very vast extent, I would say all thanks to the Government of India under the leadership of Prime Minister Narendra Modi ji. I think that the Indo-Naga political issue has come to a certain extent, and it is coming to a conclusion.
Okay.
We are confident.
Okay.
We are confident under the leadership of Modi ji
Okay.
that we will come up to a settlement, final
Honorable
settlement.
Home Minister, he was here a few
Yes,
days back. He
yes.
spoke about the final solution to the contentious quote-unquote
Yes.
Naga issue. Now, first of all, as a clarity, would you like to just put in perspective what is the status of the 2015 Accord? Are there any roadblocks? There were calls of boycotting, but thankfully those have been dissipated. But is Naga issue really an election point here?
See,
First of all,
everyone-
2015 accord, where does it stand now?
see, now I will tell you this very honestly and very frankly. NDPP as a party, Government of Nagaland as a government, we are there as facilitators.
Okay.
We are not party to the talks.
Okay.
It is up to the negotiating parties, the Government of India and the Naga national political groups who are in discussion. And therefore, we are not party to the talks. We are only conveying what has been told to us by the negotiating parties.
What has been told?
And therefore, it is there in the public domain that with the 2015 framework agreement between the NACN-IM and the Government of India, there are talks about differences regarding constitution and the flag. Which is under
separate constitution,
yes,
separate flag.
Yes, and which is under discussion. And like I said, we are not party to the talks, and therefore I will not be able to comment as to what.
But doesn't it sound a little strange? NDPP, you are ruling, but you're not stakeholders in the talks.
No, we have right from the beginning. Government of Nagaland has said that we will be facilitators. We are not party to talks. It is between the Government of India.
You're happy with that?
Yes, I mean, so long as the negotiating parties can come to a conclusion to bring about a settlement to our Naga issue, we are happy.
Are you convinced with the BJP, the Delhi promise that this time around it's going to be sealed?
I'm sure.
The deal will be sealed?
I feel that they are committed, and if they were not committed, then they would not have signed the framework agreement. They would not have signed the agreed position with the NNPGs in 2017. It is because they have a commitment of settling, bringing about a final settlement.
So what is your commitment to the Eastern Naga people?
That also, it is up to the Government of India and the people of Eastern Nagaland. We stand with them.
So you don't want to make any commitment to your
them.
own people in the Eastern Nagaland?
Beg your pardon?
You don't want to make any commitment or even reach out to them or strike a dialogue with
Because it is not NDPP or the government to give the commitment, because it is a discussion between the Eastern Nagaland people and the Government of India.
Okay.
And therefore, whatever they think they feel best, I hope they come to an understanding so that the people are not deprived of their rights. You know? So, I hope and we wish them the best.
The other contentious issue, sir, is the lifting of AFSPA.
Yes.
Where does it stand now?
As you know, AFSPA, after the unfortunate voting incident of 2021, many of the places the AFSPA has been lifted, relaxed, under many of the police stations. I'm sorry, I cannot give you the figures.
That's fine.
And we are continuing to impress upon Government of India to completely remove the AFSPA from Nagaland.
Okay.
The problem is that we share international borders. And as you are aware, there are, because we don't have, massive walls that separate us from our neighboring countries,
yes.
And therefore it's very porous. And that is the reason why Government of India said in the border areas it will be difficult to immediately revoke AFSPA. Other than that, in most of the urban areas and most of the parts of Nagaland, AFSPA is slowly being revoked. And we hope that with the final settlement, the AFSPA will be a matter of history for Nagas.
Okay, AFSPA, Armed Forces Special Powers Act, would be a matter of history, you're saying. Okay, you will have to, after 5 years, we'll again talk to you and go back to the promises made on the national network, national news network,
Definitely,
because
yes.
that is precisely the why we are doing such conclaves in election-bound states. Now, Mr. Jamir, let's talk about the nitty-gritties in the day-to-day life. I've been told by many young students and professionals here that for education, they have to run to Shillong nearby or someplace else. I have been told that the medical college, some medical college is under construction. It's been done many, many years. It still is not over. In the BJP manifesto, there are promises of I'm just going to go through that, the promise of excellence, Institute of Excellence and IITs and medical. This sounds very good. Yeah. BJP government has promised to set up premier institutes in Nagaland such as IITs and IIMs. Now, this sounds very good when it is on manifesto, in the speeches also. But a basic thing about this college, which is under construction since many years, and I'm sure you know what I'm talking about, as NPP, as a ruling dispensation, I mean, don't you feel you owe this much to your own young Nagas and young students here?
I agree. I agree that there has been delays in the completion of this project.
Why?
But
Why?
But I will come to that. But we assure you that we are definitely committed in completing and establishing this medical college.
When you come to
Because
power, do you promise them that you will complete it?
Definitely, most definitely. The structure is almost completed. You can go and have a look.
How many years?
Yes, I know. That is why I'm saying there has been delay. There has been delays. But with the coming of the NDPP BJP government in 2018, we have expedited the process, and that is how the structure is almost nearing completion. The hostels are nearing completion. And along with that, we have also, through our initiatives, we have also sanctioned another, through the Government of India's blessings, we are helping set up another medical college in Mon, which will cater to the needs of the Eastern Naga people.
Another promise.
Not promise. It is a reality. It is a reality. It has been sanctioned. It has been approved, and the construction is starting.
They deserve higher education
yes,
in
definitely,
their state,
definitely. And we have also promised in our manifesto to set up Center of Excellences, IITs,
Yes.
and these we are not just promising. We believe in our partnership with the BJP and the BJP's commitment towards developing the Northeast.
I want to ask you about this special package for the development of Eastern Nagaland population. ये BJP manifesto. ये मैं BJP manifesto से बोल रही हूँ. For the tribal festival scope expansion, sum of 100 crore, etc. So, Hornbill Festival and suddenly Nagaland comes to entire focus nationally and internationally. After that, it seems we all forget about the state. The development, the cultural expansion, all that, not only just getting confined to your manifestos, but do you think there is still a disconnect with the rest of the country when it comes to Nagaland? Agree, diversity, and I mean, this is a beautiful state and diverse state of Northeast, but we need to do little more.
I agree. I agree with that.
How does it feel when you don't have an opposition? I mean, you just pulled the rug of NPF and you just let them helter-skelter. And by the way, we must tell our viewers that despite reaching out to NPF on repeated occasions, they just did not send their representative. So have they, not that you are on their behalf, but then the part of the responsibility, I mean, the fate that they had to go through, thanks to NDPP. But no opposition. Isn't it sad for democracy?
I agree that having no opposition is not part of a democracy.
Yes.
I agree in that point. But you also have to see the reasons why there has been an oppositionless government. Like we say, we have been pressing for the final settlement to
They
the
joined
Indo-Naga.
you.
No, I'll come to that. I'll come to that.
Or you just extracted them?
No. We have not extracted them. No one has played any foul play here.
Okay.
The reason behind why the NPF came on board with the NDPP is because the elected representatives and the parties, we felt that we have to have a common platform to take forward to. We have been talking that the Naga national political group should unite. And in order to show that, the elected representatives and the political parties needed to come together to show a common platform. That is the reason why the NPF had come, and from the People's Democratic Alliance, we converted it to the United Democratic Alliance, UDA. That is how, but it is not that the NPF had merged with the NDPP. NPF, BJP, NDPP are still, even if it was an oppositionless government, it was still, it was not a partyless government. It was not a partyless government.
NPF did not merge with
NDPP.
NDPP.
No. NPF has not merged with NDPP. We still, I mean, since the present house will go till the 12th of March, I will say we still are an alliance, but it is not a partyless alliance. It is an oppositionless alliance, but it is.
But you want opposition?
Having opposition, it always strengthens democracy.
Well, Congress has charged you that NDPP and BJP are just making fool of Nagaland people, and these are all false promises.
Let Congress first get themselves elected into the house and speak, na? Right? Why speak from outside the house? They don't know what is being discussed.
Do you want to reach out to your friends in NPF and your not so good friends in Congress? Anything you want to tell them?
We are in a democracy. We are fighting elections. But fighting elections doesn't mean we have permanent enemies. We are rivals, we are opposition. But
So you're leaving scope for post-poll alliance? You have no
what I mean is BJP and NDPP alliance, we are together. Mr. Nalin Kohli also yesterday has made it very clear that this alliance will not break.
Okay. So this alliance will not break. The NDPP, BJP alliance will not break, come what may, coming from one of the most prominent faces of the NDPP ruling combination here, NDPP, BJP. And before I wrap up, any questions from the audience, please?
Most of the state of Indian state have state electricity regulatory commissions. But why I have come across so many electricity consumers there, they have some grievances. They are running from post to pillars, and one office is to another office to settle down their electricity consumer bills. Will you promise the people of Nagaland in this election bound state, will you bring state electricity regulatory commission this time? Why you have not set up a regulatory commission till now, when most of the Indian states have set up? And will you promise to bring out a state electricity regulatory commission this time in your manifesto?
Okay, point taken, sir.
Yes, the State Regulatory Board is in the pipeline. It is part of our manifesto in the, I think in the power reforms, it is there that we will revamp and the power sector.
Okay.
So that is one of our commitments in the manifesto, to have the proper revamp of the, to have power reforms in the state. So we are on the job. It is part of our commitment in the manifesto.
Quick one. Are the rebel groups all under control here? Is everything, there is no undercurrent of violence, tension?
For the election or for the general?
General, both.
I would say that we have faced quite peaceful couple of years. We have not had factional killings. We have not had untoward incidents. So I would say that it's quite peaceful as of now. And I think the ceasefire monitoring group and the government of India are doing a good job. And we hope that this will be a lasting peace for us. We are confident for that. And it is in our manifesto, it is our first number one agenda that we stand for Indo-Naga political issue to be resolved. And the NDPP also stands that we will pave way for any settlement that comes about. That is our number one and number two priority in the manifesto.
And you're confident of the votes this time?
We are confident. We are confident that we will come back to power and that we will serve the people. We are ready to serve the people again. And we ask that the people of Nagaland also gives the NDPP, BJP alliance another chance
You're
to serve
canvassing
you.
for BJP here?
Oh yes, we are an alliance, and therefore when we speak as one entity.
And when I ask you questions about the BJP, you are not willing to answer that.
As a political party, I cannot comment for the BJP.
Wow.
But as an alliance, I can speak for the
I
BJP.
think the cracks are visible somewhat, but nevertheless...
No, there are no cracks. I can assure you there are no cracks.
Okay,
and see, we have so many political parties, as our Wabang has said, the 11 political parties contesting. But when you come to see of it, BJP and NDPP have gone into a seat-sharing pre-poll alliance, which we had it last time, this time also. So, and therefore, we should be looked at as a one entity.
So 2040.
2040. The BJP, the NPF, yes, they have been ruling in the past, but they have been able to field hardly 25 seats. So also the Congress. And therefore here, I mean, just by the fact that they have not been able to field 60 candidates speaks for itself. And therefore, I'll ask once again to request our electorates to put your faith and confidence upon the NDPP-BJP alliance and ensure that we are elected back to power.
Okay, so NDPP on the show on DD Dialogue Election Conclave, very confident of retaining the power with the help of the partner, can I say junior partner or the senior partner?
Equal partners.
Equal partner. Well, by the way, the seat sharing is 40.
Yes, it's 40-20, but
well, they don't want to take questions on behalf of the BJP, but they are saying that we are friends and we are pretty much there in the game together. Only time will tell on 2nd of March, Mr. Jamir, who gets what and who is, whether or not re-elected. And on that note, thank you very much, Mr. Jamir, for talking to us on DD Dialogue Elections. Thank you.